Hey guys, it's Andrew from Soap Chef. Hopefully everyone is staying safe during this quarantine period. And hopefully we can get out of this mess sooner rather than later. We figured we'd do a quick little video to show you how we make one of our cold process soaps. This one is CCL for short, and it stands for Chamomile, Calendula, and Lavender. As you see here, I'm just weighing some ingredients, part of the recipe. We heat everything up in a crock pot, nice and slow. This way we feel that it keeps some of the properties of each individual butter and oil intact, and therefore it's better off for your skin. Excuse me. So now you see I have my wonderful goggles and my mask on. I'm dealing with the lye in the water. I use the vent just above the stove and actually pulls all those caustic fumes right outside, so no one in the house has any effect from the caustic chemical or caustic fume. Sorry. As you see here, I'm just measuring out the freezer paper, which I use to mold or to line the mold. Sorry, when I pour the batter in. I have this neat little zip cutter using the crevice there of the table. It gives me a nice straight line. As here you can see, I'm creasing the paper, sizing up the mold. It's probably the best and easiest way I've been taught, anyways, on lining the molds with the freezer paper. Using this method actually also ensures there's no leaking whatsoever. So all the soap batter stays in that freezer paper because there's no cut corners in there for anything to leak out. It's actually pretty, like I said earlier, it's pretty easy and it works very effectively. Then I'm just going to cut along the two sides on each freezer paper, and it's just the folding that I use, or sorry, the folding I have to do to ensure that it fits in the mold properly. You just taper off the edges, makes it a little bit easier to work with. Cut a little bit excess off, make sure it fits nice and neat. And mind you, this is also our first video, so we realize this one's been cut down to about 7 minutes. This is about an hour process. So we'll find ways of editing this to make it a little bit less boring for you guys and kind of gets the point across on what we do on a daily basis. So I made this wooden mold, and I chose the wood specifically instead of using like a silicone or a plastic mold and lined out. For the reason being is I like to um, gel all my soaps. It makes the colors stand out really well. And with the insulation from the wood, it naturally has that nice barrier, right? So it will have the soaps gel without any extra effort. I don't really cover them. I just put something over top. Sometimes I'll put a towel, depending on what I'm doing. I believe this one I ended up putting a towel in it. So now I have all the oils and butters melted. I'm adding the lavender essential oil to this mix, and we put in the lye water. And the method that we're going for is called saponification. So we're taking fats, butters, oils, and incorporating them with a lye water solution, and that in turn will give you soap. So we just get it emulsified just enough so we know it's not going to separate or make sure it's mixed properly. And I just have that ultramarine blue um, oxide color, sorry. Give the soap a nice little finish on top. Mix it right till we get a light trace, so it's fully emulsified, ready to be saponified, but it's also loose enough where I can pour it. It's not going to seize up on me. It fits in the mold. I find it sits in the mold a lot better. And certain soaps I like to do like a medium trace. So what the trace means is if you put, say, a spoon in the soap batter and you pull the spoon out, or you dragged it, how much of that tracing from that drag stays before it goes back to a liquid form? And it's hard to explain, but there's different trace levels: light, medium, hard, and then you get like seizing and stuff like that. Now we grab the mold, we get the soap batter, we'll pour it in. Use a little bamboo stick. I have a line on it that is exact depth of all the soaps. So it's just kind of quick little technique, I guess, cheater's way of making sure I have enough batter for all three channels. So now we'll just pour the excuse me, the purple um, ultramarine slash red mica, gives it a little bit of purple color. Didn't turn out quite as purple as I wanted, but it'll work for this for sure. So I just lay down a couple rows, and then we'll use another bamboo stick or two to do like a drag design to it. Really easy, quite simple, gives a nice little effect. Um, nice thumbs up. I was happy with that one. That one's alright. This one, not bad. Now try going at diagonal, see if it gave a little bit of different effect. I think something that, kind of smeared it, but it'll work out. All in the end, it'll look really nice. So we spray it with some rubbing alcohol, and that what that does, it helps prevent the soda ash from building up on top of the soap. And put the towel on it, and that will give the gel phase. Anyways, that's the end of our first video. Hopefully the other ones are better. I'll talk to you guys later. Take care.